first 2 rounds, and he got cut up. And he took some good shots from Tommy. Then you seen the possessed man there. I sat down and I said, hey, the boxing is not working. I said, now it's time to change to something else. And I just went deep down into my soul and into my inner strength and pulled out my street fight and just clocked him.
I was very disgusted. When I slacked up and got a little careless, he made me pay for it.
Beaten badly by Nigel Benn. After that, took a year off. He's had 2 major eye operations. Many people said he should have retired because of it. And now here he is back for the rematch 4 years later. Iran Barkley entering the ring.
Ironically, the last person to beat Tommy Hearns 4 years ago.
And you see Eddie Mustafa Muhammad in his face. Barkley looking for a 3rd weight class. Tommy Hearns has won in 5 weight classes and 6 titles overall. 28-7 with 27 knockouts. But only 45 rounds since 4 years ago, the Hearns fight.
Of course, one thing that Barkley's got going in his favor here is that he has been busy the past year. He's fought at 175 pounds twice since '91. And then came on to win the 2-round knockout over Darren Van Horn this January 10th of '92.
That was referee Mills Lane checking him out.
That's one big thing that Barkley does have in his favor right now is he has been busy. Here we see Hearns taking his old sweet time getting out there. Of course, the fight can't start without him.
And Thomas Hearns trying to avenge a loss. Remember when he tried to avenge a loss 3 years ago with Sugar Ray Leonard?
I thought I was robbed in the second minute fight, but I think that looking in is very different from being inside the ring. What I see inside and what the judges see on the outside is totally different. I could be wrong, but I felt that I wanted to fight. That was a great fight for Thomas Hearns because I put on a great performance. I got out there, I did what was asked of me. I was glad they didn't take the fight away from me. See, if they called it a draw, it could very well have called Leonard the winner. I was proud of that.
And Thomas Hearns getting ready to come out, and it was a controversial draw with Sugar Ray Leonard, and it was only a draw because one judge, Dalby Shirley, had it 10-8 in the final round. If he had it 10-9, then Hearns would have been the winner. And the song is called "Thank God for Giving Me One Last Chance," and perhaps that's prophetic. Howard Hewitt song. And let's check out Gooson's corner for Tommy Hearns.
With some mellow music in the background here, let's have Thomas Hearns. He's got a jab, uses right hand, that's his bread and butter. Box and angles, and watch out for those looping punches from Iran Barkley, because that's what he specializes in.
And here's the scene at Caesars Palace Pavilion. A nice warm hand to a grand champion from the crowd. I get the sense they'll be on Tommy's side starting out as Thomas Hearns tries to avenge what he calls payback for 4 years ago. And the roar from the crowd. And through all of this in the background, Barkley has been stalking around the ring. 50-3, 1 draw, 40 knockouts. Those 3 losses all here in Las Vegas. To Sugar Ray, to Hagler, and of course to Iran Barkley in 1988. Tommy Hearns left Emmanuel Stewart, or Stewart left Hearns over a year ago. We'll take a look at the tail of the tape. Hearns is 33, a little bit taller, Weight is similar, and Hearns with that reach advantage. And while we're showing you these graphics, the two fighters are doing a little stare down in the corner and have to be separated. Joe, first the coffee box.
We'll get to the coffee box, but I wish we had the camera on these two right now. 52% landed to 31% for Barkley, 52 for Hearns, average punches per round. We'll see how it turns out in this fight here, though. Here we go, going back to Hearns versus Leonard 2. You've got 40% landed, but look at this stat, 94 punches thrown in Barkley's return under the tutelage of Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. So that's a big, big number right there, 94, but it's going to be hard to land and throw that many punches against Hearns.
And the rules for the WBA light heavyweight fight championship: 10-point must system, no standing 8 count. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Saved by the bell only in the 12th and final round, and only the referee can stop the fight. So we are ready. Let's go up to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the pre-fight introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, in association with the undisputed, undefeated king of beer, Budweiser, present the featured bout of the evening. This bout is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Chairman Luther Back. Commissioners Nat Carasali, Dr. Elias Ghanem, Bruce Lane, and Dr. James Nave. Executive Director Chuck Minker. It is also sanctioned by the World Boxing Association. President Gilberto Mendoza. Supervisor at ringside Murray Sleep. Physicians in attendance, Dr. Flip Homansky and Dr. Robert Boy, along with Dr. William Berliner. The timekeepers, Al Bisick and Jane Broadfoot. The scoring for this bout, the officials assigned by the state of Nevada and the WBA. Scoring this bout on a 10-point must system, Chuck Jampa, Jerry Reed, and Lou Talbot. And once the bell rings, working for world title bout number 61, referee Mills Lane. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Caesar's Palace here in Las Vegas, Nevada, let's get ready to rumble! 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with red trim and weighing an even 174 pounds. This 2-time world champion from the mean streets of the South Bronx in New York has a professional record of 28 victories with 17 KOs against 7 defeats. His kill or be killed style has made him one of boxing's most exciting warriors. Tonight, he challenges for title number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning IBF Super Middleweight Champion of the World, Iran, the Blade, Barkley. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the gold trunks with turquoise trims. He weighs 174 and 1/2 pounds. His professional record, 50 victories, 40 KOs, against only 3 defeats and 1 draw. He's the first boxer in history to win 5 championships in 5 different divisions. His skill and power have made him one of the sport's biggest superstars for more than a decade. From the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan, ladies and gentlemen, the 6-time world champion and reigning WBA light heavyweight champion of the world, the Hitman, Thomas Hearns.
Fighters presenting very different facades. A district court judge, how appropriate he has taken a recess from a murder trial to be here tonight for this one.
Well, he might be judging another one tonight right now, Len, because Iran Barkley says somebody is going to get it tonight. Got 2 real extremely hard punchers in here tonight.
Barkley stalking around the ring, confronting his opponent as he did against Darren Van Horn. Here we go, scheduled for 12. You think we'll go anywhere near that distance? Here comes Barkley as Hearns up against the ropes. Hearns hanging on. And Barkley with a glancing left hook and doing as he promised to go right after Hearns. Hearns covering up. Barkley sneaking a couple of rights in there. Another right, and then the uppercut. uppercut from Barkley.
Hearns very focused, though. He sees everything. He's letting a lot of those punches bounce off his gloves, and he's staying relaxed. Oh!
And the left from Barkley.
And from Hearns at the same time. They both landed at the same time. I think Barkley's a little...
And hit both of them hitting on the break. And Lane trying to get them to touch gloves. Both of them hit on the break. Knows Lane will have his hands full here. Barkley again 4 in on him. One of those punches being parried from Barkley midway through the first round. Left strays a bit low. Hearns with the left hook, and then Barkley with a left hook. And the uppercut from Hearns. And Hearns again. And a body shot from Tommy Hearns.
Hearns is really digging some vicious body shots to Iran Barkley and coming up the middle as well he should, because Barkley's got those hands up tight next to his head when he's not throwing punches.
Hearns obviously the taller man, and he's covering well with his arms and gloves. Barkley not being able to penetrate. Barkley the more active puncher.
The more active puncher, really doing better than Hearns in this round, only because by virtue, this is where Barkley wants Hearns, and he's landing punches, whether it's on the arms, rib cage, or wherever, he's landing punches. And a lot more active than Hearns right now.
Inside of 30 seconds remain in this round. Hearns digs that left hook to the body. Crowd clearly on Hearns' side. Hearns lands another big right hand. Oh, great action. Both landing.
Hearns really executing well. He got a little distance, let Barkley shoot off some steam, and threw some vicious uppercuts, right hands, even though Barkley did block that big right line.
What a first round, and many of the crowd on its feet.
Oh, this is just getting warmed up, Len.
Hey, Frank, hey, Cody. Head crack, baby. All we need is head crack. Eyes about. We off and running. Okay? All we need is the head crack. We out of here. All right? Hit him in the muscle. Hit him in the muscle. And the head crack.
Big one.
Head crack. Okay? We got it.
Big
Up
one.
jab. I need up jab. Working. Okay?
Listen,
Get on the
big
road.
ones. Come on.
On the road.
Roll.
All right, here we go to a replay. It's a little roughhousing here at the beginning of the round where they hit on the break. Right hand by Barkley.
And watch Hearns right back at him.
Right back, and he deserved to get that one back because Barkley hit Hearns. And here we go. Left uppercut from Hearns. Missed with the left hook, goes right back to the liver. Bingo. Nice shot. Those will take their toll after a while. And here he goes back to the right side to the rib cage.
Stay down. Stay down. Get out.
Hearns is really relaxed tonight, using a lot of his experience here and trying to pick and choose the times when he comes back.
And from the CompuBox in round 1, Barkley threw many more punches and landed fewer. So Hearns' connect percentage a lot higher. Here we go in round 2. Barkley immediately gets Hearns up against the ropes again. This is going about as expected.
And this is what Hearns needs to do, is to get a little distance from Iran Barkley, use the jab, and set it up for that right hand. See, in close here, this is where Barkley has a shot at catching him, pulling out, or going to work on his body and slowing him down.
And keep your eye on Hearns' left hook. Michael Katz, working with us from the Daily News, said he saw Hearns working on that quite a bit and effective with it in the gym.
Well, Tommy Hearns was always known for a straight right hand, but he's always had a great shot to the liver and a left uppercut.
And a good exchange again, and again, Hearns landing. And Hearns lands again off the head. And the left, effective, and a good left hook to the body from Hearns. And Hearns lands a bit low with the left, and Barkley comes back and hits. And Barkley lands a roundhouse left. A brawl here in the second round. Well, the title of the program, Bombs Away, well, they aptly describe it.
What's amazing, Hearns is really, even though he paid the price for doing this in the last fight, he's doing it again here. Got hit with a nice little right hand that the crowd reacted to.
Remember the first fight, Barkley was cut in the first round. Second round last time didn't have nearly as much action. in the third. Barkley's strayed low again with a punch again. And Hearns content to allow Barkley to expend some energy on the ropes, and you see Barkley swinging and missing. So Hearns boxing. He said he would, and he's doing it effectively with a minute to go in the second round.
Yes, he is, and by being so relaxed, that's going to save a lot of energy for him, and maybe be able to cut up or bruise up Barkley along the way and take this fight down the stretch.
Hearns landing with the jab. Barkley swinging and missing again. Hearns pushes him away, trying to get a little bit of distance. Yeah, now Mills Lane is warning
Well, that's
Barkley.
the second warning that Mills Lane has given Barkley this round.
Good
One
exchange
more
of
and he
jabs.
could take a point from him.
Another wild two swings and misses from Barkley. Inside of 10 seconds in round two. Hearns a smart boxing exhibition through the first two rounds. Remember, he was pretty much in control through 2 rounds 4 years ago as well.
Barkley took a lot more punishment in those first 2 rounds 4 years ago, though.
Stay inside for a minute. That's what you want to be. You see every time. Hands up, though. Keep this one. Take a deep breath. Keep it. Look here.
Here we go back. We have some wild action I think we're going to go back to here. Here's Hearns backing off with a jab. Bing, right hand blocked by Barkley, but dug that beautiful liver shot. Barkley coming on, landing a few body shots of his own, but missing wildly, and that can take it out of a fighter himself. And Barkley can't afford to miss those type of punches with that type of energy being thrown, because it's going to drain him eventually, no matter what type of shape he's in.
No, we got this here. Up jab. Keep it pumping. Need a little bit of water. Stay there. You stay there. Go. Push. Up jab.
So now through 2 rounds, Hearns has thrown more punches. Third round was dramatic 4 years ago. Hearns had dropped his left, and Barkley with a right hand and another short right, and it was over, or virtually over. Hearns did get up, and then it was stopped shortly thereafter by Richard Steele.
Hearns doing some nice boxing.
Good right hand from Barkley.
There it was. That's the second good punch he's landed this round. But Tommy, really, this is what he should be doing. Try to get some distance and leverage on his punches. Because Barkley is leaving himself open as he lunges in. Oh, 2 good body shots from Barkley.
There you go. There you go. There you go, Tommy. Hey, that's great. Come on.
Barkley going after Hearns again. Oh, his head down, lands the left hook.
Take those punches up.
Mills Lane warning Barkley to keep the punches up. Misses with an uppercut. Again, Hearns to the ropes with the rope-a-dope. Heads are very close together. Barkley landing an uppercut, not a lot on it. Throwing the punches. Hearns content to absorb them here in the third round.
Which is uncharacteristic, really, of Tommy Hearns not answering back a little bit more quickly. He's really taken a lot of punches off the arms and ribcage, and those will affect you later on in the fight.
But again, the energy expended by Barkley should affect him later in the fight. Inside of a minute to go in the third.
One's expending energy and one's absorbing energy from another fighter, so there is a difference there. Hearns playing a little possum. It looks like this is his time. Got about 40.
Another low punch.
Yes, it was. That Hearns looks like he may open up a little bit, and he should this round, because if not, Barkley's got this round in the bag.
Hearns left. It was a left hook that set this up.
exactly what we thought. Barkley played a little possum, tried to open up, but he should have really attacked a little bit harder because Barkley was hurt there.
Well, unlike the first time, this one will see a 4th round. Like the others, Barkley comes in after him. Hearns doing a little bit of dancing, not content to go up against the ropes now.
You may see a little bit of pattern developing here where Tommy Hearns in the last round and this round comes out dancing, moving, using his jab, letting Barkley chase him a little bit and hopefully come on at the end of the round.
Crowd likes this. And Barkley with the left hook. And another left. And now Hearns goes back into the corner shell. Well, the ropes anyway. Chopping right, a little uppercut from Barkley. And here we go again with the cover-up. And Barkley goes after Hearns.
Hearns is really focused, though. He's seeing all of this. He's blocking it all. A lot of those shots are slipping in, but they aren't with a lot of authority. Hearns is muffling a lot of those shots, and it looks like he's going to play possum and come out of it again probably in another minute or so.
And now they've slowed a bit. Barkley fighting head down and heads very close to one another. Always a danger of a headbutt and a cut from that.
See, Barkley's got to be ready if this does, if Hearns opens up later on in the round, or just right there, he's got to answer back with him.
And Hearns with a rare big swing and a miss, but he does connect with the left hook and another. It was all set up. Oh, down goes Hearns in the 4th round.
Barkley needed to do that. Tommy Hearns open up. He's got to time it, throw it. Beautiful left hook, and Hearns is hurt.
So Barkley does it again here in the 4th round. And Hearns covering up again.
Oh, 2 beautiful hooks by Hearns. He's recovered well and really throwing strong punches himself right now.
Less than a minute remaining in this 4th round. And Hearns looks fresh.
Oh, Barkley ripping counter shots back. I mean, this is all-out action from these 2 guys.
Barkley continues with low blows.
Mills Lane warning him for it. Unlike that last fight 4 years ago, Tommy Hearns got up from that left hook.
4 years ago, it was a right. And
That's
he was
right.
staggered. This time he fought back. You see him digging in the body shots with the lefts. And Hearns again was staggered by a Barkley left hand.
Beautiful body shots by Tommy Hearns.
The heads again close together as the 4th round winds down. Hearns knocked down in this round.
He's getting ready to get out of here. He's dead.
Let's go back to this knockdown that occurred close to the ropes here in Barkley's corner. Right hand, boom, counter left hook by Barkley right on the tip of the chin. Caught Hearns posing after he threw that right hand. It's another angle here. Here we go, left hook. We'll see a right hand. Now here comes the counter. Bingo. Oh, turned it over sweet and short, right on the tip of the chin.
Another similarity, in addition to the knockdown from the last fight, is Barkley is cut above the left eye as he was in 1988. Here we go for round 5.
He's got a great cut man in his corner, Percy Richardson, that has the cut under control.
Hearns was told by his corner to stay off the ropes. Did not listen, as you see.
Well, here's where Barkley's got to go up the middle when Hearns plays possum and puts his hands up next to his face. He's got to come up short when he's got him against the ropes.
Hearns content to fire off the ropes at Barkley. Throwing punches, not a lot landing, but the crowd likes the activity.
All of those blocked, but they were pretty punches. Nice, short, and fast.
I sense the crowd was stunned by that 4th round knockdown.
I think they were more stunned that Hearns got up from it, because that was a tremendous left hook.
The Heads touching in those clinches inside. Now Barkley throwing, but most of it getting blocked.
Those little short shots that Barkley's throwing on the shoulders, the forearms, those eventually bring the arms down and make them harder to throw punches later on in the fight. A little short uppercut by Barkley up the middle. Hearns sneaking in a couple of nice left hooks there.
All inside boxing here as they bob and weave right next to one another up against the ropes here in the 5th round.
Oh, this is as good as it gets on the inside. Both. Oh, a nice left hook by Barkley. A little high.
Minutes ago in round 5. Can it possibly last 12? Hearns content to lean up against the ropes. And the action continues. Little need for Mills Lane to step in here in the 5th. Tough round to score. Ooh, right hand from Barkley. Hearns firing out of there up against the ropes. This is not toe-to-toe, but head-to-head action for virtually the entire 3 rounds inside.
And the point you made, there's no clinching going on here. Mills Lane doesn't have to even bother. He's standing back looking. These guys are really picking their opportunities and looking very sharp on the inside, both of them.
Final seconds of the 5th round, and the right hand connected from Barkley.
Double hook right hand that didn't land as flush as he'd like it to.
And a tough one to score.
Stay off the ropes. Where's your left hand? Make it easy, Thomas. Make it deep. Sit down on the hard jabs, Tommy. Straight right hand. Put it on his neck. Put it on his neck a little bit. Go to your jab, son. You're making the fight difficult.
Everything is working perfect. I need to up jab and a tighter defense. You got that, champion? Okay, baby. Me and you all the way.
Here we go. Let's take a look back. Here goes Barkley into a flurry. And, of course, this was the pattern for the whole fight. Every time Barkley went into it, here comes Hearns. Bingo, right back to the liver. You see Barkley flinch from that. Barkley back over the top. Hearns coming back with the right hand and a left hook missing. But this is what that last round was all about. And, of course, Hearns' corner is not happy about it. They want him to jab and move.
Look at that number of punches thrown. Similar number landed for both, but connect percentage way down for Barkley as we start the 6th round. As you saw, Percy Richardson again was working on that cut above the left eye of Iran Barkley. Hearns right back up against the ropes again.
Whoa. Barkley stepped to the side. Landing again. He's got Hearns a little bit wobbly in there. Landed a bunch of good left hooks in a right hand.
That right, particularly effective. Digs a couple of left hands. Comes with the right uppercut. Tommy Hearns tries to fight back, and Barkley goes after him across the ring. Crowd loving it as Barkley swings and misses.
Well, he certainly doesn't act like he's 32 years old. He's got some fast, good, experienced movement from Tommy Hearns there.
That's because he's 33, Joe.
32 and 1 make 33. No wonder I could never win at blackjack.
Now head-to-head, heading towards the ropes. Midway through round number 6. Hearns was knocked down from a left hook in the 4th round. Well, he recuperated.
That's right. From a judge's standpoint here, and that's what I'm thinking of right now. How do you score these rounds? You know, you got to say who's in control, who's fighting, who's fighting. And right now, Hearns is fighting Barkley's fight. Because this is what Barkley is all about, and it really isn't what Hearns is all about.
Not a lot of damage being done by these punches. They are landing, both of them. It's a tick for tat, much like that replay we showed you from the 5th round. Minute remaining in round 6. Hearns digs in the body shot. Barkley misses. Now Barkley lands and Hearns counters. It's right over in Barkley's corner. Barkley connects with another left. And Hearns comes back.
Boy, they're both missing with some real devastating shots here.
Barkley digs in the body shot, connects with the left hook. Final 15 seconds of the 6th round. Barkley landing those body shots with the left. Another left, and it lands with the uppercut. And Barkley comes after Hearns again. Hearns continues to fire. Another good one. Here we go for round 7. Well, get the mouthpiece in first for Barkley. Now we can go.
That's where all that bleeding came from 4 years ago from Iran Barkley's mouth. He came out for one of those rounds, the second round, without his mouthpiece, and almost made the same mistake in this fight. They quickly sat him down and put it back in.
Had a tremendous 6 rounds of action so far. Thomas Hearns knocked down from the left hook in the 4th round.
Barkley landing 30 punches compared to 18 for Hearns in round 6.
And still landing more as they head over towards the ropes again. Another crisp left to the body, then the left uppercut from Barkley.
Well, compared to the earlier rounds, you're seeing by these stats, Barkley landing a lot more shots than Hearns. The tide has really changed.
Hearns, for the first time here, doesn't look quite as relaxed to me. And he takes another shot from Barkley.
Those shots off the body and arms, they wear you down, and all of a sudden, before you know it, they're taking effect.
Barkley landing another marginally low shot.
There's that old line about body shots are like an investment because they always pay off later, and they seem to be having that effect on Hearns right now.
Another one off the arms, and then Hearns fires back to the body, and then a left to the jaw. Head to head in Barkley's corner once again here midway through the 7th round. Barkley living off that left to the belt, to the hip.
I'm really trying to remember the last time I ever saw Tommy Hearns initiate and stay in a fight every round, round after round on the inside, especially with a mauler like Iran Barkley.
He said he was going to box, 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 and he's been true to his word here. And now Mills Lane, well, he could have done that a lot earlier as well. Warning Barkley to keep him up. Left from Barkley, right hand from Barkley, the hook. He continues to back up Hearns in this fight, and the judges in scoring have to look at that. Barkley in ring command. As you mentioned, Hearns fighting his fight with 30 seconds to go in the 7th round.
Both scored with good left hooks there. Hearns initiated and Barkley countered. Barkley's eye looking a bit more swollen. Even though the blood is under control, there's no bleeding. That left eye is starting to close a little bit. Oh!
Another left hook lands from Barkley.
Luckily, Hearns was riding that one out, moving to his left, and took a lot of the effect away from that left hook.
As the 7th round winds down, it appears to be another round that you would score for Iran Barkley.
Jab. Listen to me. Jab, 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 and let the right hand go. You got your second win now. Stay off the ropes. There is no need for that.
You okay? Yeah.
There's no need for that.
Yeah, fine.
Okay?
Yeah.
You can breathe out of it, okay? Let us work in the corner.
Okay. Thanks.
Look here, man. You got to get on your jab. And when you're on the ropes, come around. Hell, you ain't in the phone, man. We ain't practice for this.
Okay.
Get your left.
Okay? On the roll. And I need more roll. Everything else is perfect. He's dead. He's fucking dead. His fucking legs is gone. You gotta keep him going back. Give me some water. I want you to keep him going back, man. All right? Just keep him going back. All right, I ran it over. Just keep him going back. Now we got it. Hands up. I need a tighter defense. Tighter defense. All right?
Stop jabbing. Let the right hand go.
Call the arms up.
Well, you heard Eddie Mustafa Muhammad's colorful description of how Hearns is doing to his charge. And what did you think of those CompuBox? Interesting numbers.
Well, yeah, they both landed the same amount of punches, but of course the volume of punches was thrown by Barkley, which interprets into him missing more punches than Hearns. Hearns being a little bit more thrifty with his punching.
We're now into the 8th round. Many thought it would not last this long. And one interesting bit of trivia, Hearns has never lost a decision in his career, Joe.
That's an interesting point. Both corners saying that the other person in the opposite corner are both tired. So, and another thing that was that Hearns was being chastised for was fighting this inside fight and staying on the ropes. His corner wants him to use the middle of the ring, use his jab and right hand, and he's not doing it.
Another good left to the belly from Barkley. Barkley continues to be the more active puncher. CompuBox continues to tell us that the same number of punches are landing, though. Hearns connected with the right, missed with the left.
Barkley trying to come out of that crouch with a winging left hook, trying to catch Hearns in the middle of a punch or just finishing with one.
Hearns again seems to look better when, for those rare times he can back off and get some breathing room. He looks a lot better. Why doesn't he do it more often?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's hard to get Barkley off you, number one. Number two, give Barkley a lot of credit for making Hearns miss those punches. He's got a lot better head movement than he did a few years ago.
Barkley connected with the looping, glancing right and the uppercut from Barkley. Both fighters breathing a bit heavier here with a minute to go in the 8th round.
Both of them wishing Mills Lane would have taken a little bit longer to break that clinch. I'm surprised Tommy Hearns isn't shooting that short right hand over the top when he steps around Barkley there. He set him up with a couple jabs and didn't pull the trigger on the right hand.
Both look a bit tired here in the latter stages of round 8.
There it was. That was the right hand I was talking about.
Barkley tries to work Hearns to the body. Inside of 30 seconds to go in the round. A bit more wide open here.
Well, Mills Lane was screened out as he was behind Tommy Hearns, and Barkley threw another low blow.
Barkley continues to bear in there with the head first. And Hearns trying to fire, missing some of them. And this will go to a 9th round. The other man is tired. I sensed Hearns' corner a little bit more desperate there, saying you have to keep your title.
But look at Tommy Hearns' nose. I mean, it really wasn't great looking before the fight, but right now it really looks very swollen. And that can't be too comfortable for him, and it may affect his breathing.
We're in the 9th round now. WBA Light Heavyweight Championship fight scheduled for 12. The crowd chanting for Tommy Hearns. Trying to urge on their man. Perhaps they suspect what we do, that Barkley is ahead. He scored the only knockdown in the fight, that in the 4th round off a left hook. Now Hearns trying to open things up in the middle. His corner told him that Barkley is tired. And both men were certainly more tired in that 8th round. Hearns dances away with a minute gone in the 9th. Barkley with another swing and a miss and another one.
the same replay round after round. Barkley working Hearns over on the ropes. Hearns looking to come out with a flash of combinations, and this has really been a replay of every round.
Hearns with some strong body blows.
And if I'm not mistaken, Barkley landed a nice left hook that Hearns absorbed very well there.
He had 3 straight strong body shots, Hearns did. And now Barkley landed. Another left from Iran. And there's some blood on Barkley's arm.
Well, that's coming out of Tommy Hearns' nose, and it almost looks like it's either spread up to the eye or he's bleeding out of the eye, one of the two. Now, I wouldn't be surprised because they've been butting heads, shoulders and elbows in here, and a lot of fists.
Absolutely. From the beginning, it looked like the heads coming together might be a problem.
And now the mouth, as well as Iran Barkley's, is the mouth of Tommy Hearns is really open, and I see blood coming out of it.
Oh, and Hearns came back with a right.
Bounced off the ropes with a beautiful short right hand.
Inside of 10 seconds remaining in this 9th round. Right above us here, ringside.
Those right hands are just too far and few between for Tommy Hearns here, and Iran Barkley's really taking the play away in this round.
Here we go for the 10th round. And Hearns with blood all over his trunks from his nose.
Eddie Mustafa Muhammad was pointing to Iran Barkley over to Tommy Hearns, saying, look at him, he looks like a beaten man, go get him, you've got the fight. And indeed, it looks that way right now at this point. Tommy Hearns has a look of despair on his face at this point.
And the blood continuing to flow out of the nose of Thomas Hearns. Hearns said this would be payback, but thus far, Barkley may be doing it to Tommy Hearns once again. Barkley said he wanted to be the man to beat Hearns twice, the only one to do it. Well, so far it's looking pretty good for him.
That's right. Of course, you got to ask yourself why Hearns is.
And Hearns is staggered again by the ropes.
Still fighting back.
Hearns is trying to fight back, but Barkley got him again. Oh, here's Hearns with a good left hand. And another one. And Hearns with the right. And Barkley stays right there in front of him. Good action from Tommy Hearns. And Barkley with the left hook. And another more lefts from Barkley.
Barkley refusing to be intimidated or hurt by those left hooks. Came back with 3 counter left hooks of his own. And really putting some hard punches together. Both men are.
Tremendous back and forth action here late in the fight, midway through the 10th round. Another good left hand from Barkley.
Threw a nice little short uppercut and then tried to hook off of it and really just missed the boat narrowly. Barkley wore the face of an inside fighter coming into this fight, and Tommy Hearns is leaving this fight with the face of a guy that just fought on the inside.
Hearns content to go to the body, work from the ropes, hasn't altered his style very much throughout the entire 10 rounds. And now Hearns backside, and Barkley just grins at him.
Well, Barkley blocked those 2 shots, but
for the first time, Barkley's up against the ropes, and Mills Lane walks in for a rare time to separate them.
Tommy Hearns got a heart as big as, anything as Texas, because he really is throwing some vicious shots in this 10th round here.
As the 10th round wears down, it's been another good one. There's been some fight, Joe.
Well, really kind of an unpredictable fight. I don't think anybody really thought Hearns was going to fight on the inside, nor it would go 10 rounds.
th round. Who would have thunk that? Possible maximum of 12 here tonight.
CompuBox verifying Michael Katz's scorecard there. Hearns landing 38% compared to 25% of the punches for Barkley.
I think I'm right in line with Michael's scorecard as well. I agree with his analysis thus far.
Uh-oh. Well, that's just a little blood on Barkley's head. It looked like he was cut there for a minute. But Barkley, knowing maybe he lost that last round, is coming out and turning it on this round.
Yeah, there is blood on his head, but it's hard to tell where it's come from. He put his hand up there as well.
Barkley has thrown 833 punches compared to 529 through round 10.
I think Barkley has a cut there from the heads coming together so much as they have repeatedly throughout the fight. He's got a cut right on the top of his head.
That's why he grimaced and reached up for his head. I didn't know if it was blood from the nose of Hearns or a cut, but
you can see it there. Yep. The danger there is if it drips down into the eye. He has enough eye problems as it is.
That's right.
And Hearns connecting with first the right to the body, then the right hook to the head, midway through the 11th round. Hearns a bit stronger in the 10th and maybe marginally so here in the 11th.
Barkley started out nice, and Hearns is really coming on strong here.
And he's doing better in the middle of the ring, where he should have been earlier. And Barkley connects. And Hearns just drops his hands and reverse disdain. That blood off of Barkley's head has now been transferred over to Hearns' forehead.
As if Barkley was a scary looking enough. Now with blood on his head. I mean, that's a vicious sight coming at you. And really came back strong in the middle of the round there when Hearns was flurrying. Both men are a little weary from those two exchanges they had because they threw a lot of punches, and this is round 11.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Hearns' nose problems weren't caused by a headbutt either, Joe. Inside of 30 seconds remaining in the 11th. Hearns taking more punishment up against the ropes here in the latter stages of the 11th round. Hearns true to his word, boxing all night, but it's just not getting it done for him. And this fight will go to a final round. Wow. Look at the blood, and Hearns gave him quite a look. Let's listen to the corners.
You have to let your shit go. Be a real man, champ. Keep your ass off them ropes. You gotta let your shit go if you want to keep the title. You gotta rip this last round. You gotta let that guy go. What you mean? Hey, jab, double jab, triple jab, count him off. You gotta count him. Go. Let the jab say I'm down. You gotta count him. Make it happen, baby. Me and you, I ran. Me and you, talk to me, I ran. Okay, talk to me. Okay. That's gonna fuck the work. Okay. We come too long. Too fucking far, baby. Push that monkey back. Hands up. That's gonna work. You the new champ, I ran. Let's go. Let's go, baby. You the new fucking champ. Okay, baby. Let me go, baby. Give me the mouthpiece. Don't let you go back this way. Hit to the back. That's my shot. You go back. Right here. You saved the best for last.
How would you like to have Eddie Mustafa Muhammad as your cheerleader? Wow.
What a great pep talk. I mean, Newton Rockney couldn't have put it any better. That was wonderful.
3 minutes left for the WBA Light Heavyweight Championship. They did not touch gloves. Barkley said he would not touch in the dressing room. True to his word, there was no touch there to start the 12th round. And Barkley's crown, well, Hearns' crown seriously in jeopardy here in the 12th round.
There's a whole lot of glove touching going on right here, and I think before this round is over, you're going to see a lot of glove touching chins, because both of these men could conceivably need this round to win this fight.
Both corners have tried to paint that picture.
That's right.
The crowd for the third time was chanting Tommy during that break, so you know who they're rooting for.
It's a nice counter right hand by Tommy Hearns as he stepped back.
And Barkley snapped Hearns' head back 3 times with lefts. And the left uppercut from Barkley.
Hearns threw that right hand and really looked like he was spent there for a second. But watch him come
and
down.
Hearns
Here he
tries to dig a left hand. Midway through the 12th and final round. And both firing away. blood on Hearns' shoulder coming off Barkley's head with a minute to go in the fight. Crowd trying to urge on Tommy Hearns for one last moment here. Barkley could be about to take his belt away.
Well, you take a look at these two guys' faces and you ask yourself, who the hell would ever want to be a fighter? This is a brutal, brutal fight. Two big, strong guys, and really, it's going to be hard to say who the decision goes to, but you got to feel Barkley took the play away most of the fight.
And Barkley's right eye closing. It's a good thing for him. It's not a 15-round fight. And Hearns coming on in the latter stages. And Hearns landing. And Barkley missing. Seconds to go. You can be saved by the bell in this round. Oh! The big left hand from Barkley. And that's it. It will go to the scorecards. Both fighters are lifted up now. Well, the Sugar Ray Leonard fight, Tommy Hearns should have won, perhaps, got a surprising draw. Who knows what will happen with Las Vegas judging, and will this be the first decision that Tommy Hearns has ever lost? Now they're hugging. I think both guys were saying they won to the other guy. Well, it was some 12-round light heavyweight fight.
I want to go back to the CompuBox stat here. 184 power shots compared to 127 landed by Hearns. I'm going to get up into the ring and be there for the man who gets his hand raised.
Well, both camps are saying that their fighters have won. Well, we'll see what the official judges have. But what is our unofficial judge, Michael Katz of the Daily News?
Well, here I am in Las Vegas, and I have Iran Barkley 6 points ahead at the end. I think it's clear that he won this fight. I think you take any 3-year-old or 10-year-old kid and ask him to judge who won this fight. There's no question. I think he made Tommy Hearns fight his own fight, even in the middle of the ring. If Tommy would land 3-4 punches, Barkley would counter with a harder one, and that's why Tommy had to fight the fight on the ropes.
This is the 4th round, Michael.
Tommy makes a nice move here, stepping to the right, and runs into one of those wild punches. Here's the scoring.
We have a split decision.
Oh, here we go.
Lou Tabbitt scores the bout 114 to 113 for Thomas Hearns. Chuck Jampa scores the bout 115 to 113 for Iran Barkley.
It's all up to Jerry Roth.
And Jerry Roth scores the bout 114 to 113 for the winner by split decision. And new WBA light heavyweight champion of the world, Iran.
He's done it, and it was the right decision, even though it was split and even though it was a lot closer than you thought, Michael.
I thought it was a much clearer verdict for Iran Barkley. However, at least the right winner emerged.
How close they had it. Lou Tabbitt, 114, 113 for Hearns. Jerry Roth, 114-113 for Barkley. And Chuck Giampa, 115-113, winner by split decision. And the new WBA light heavyweight champ, the man that many experts said should have retired because of eye problems. And here he stands tonight with his third belt. And the second time, the only man to beat Thomas Hearns twice, and the only man to ever hand Hearns a loss by decision in his career. As you see, both boxers side by side with Joe Goosen. Let's go, Joe.
All right, Iran, here we go. We're on TV right now, Iran, and I got to get your feelings on the fight here. Were you surprised that Tommy Hearns fought you on the inside all night long?
Oh, yeah, I was very surprised. Tommy fought a tough fight, man. We gave it all our all. We pushed each other. He's a great champion. I'm a great champion. Hey, we the best. We the best.
All right, Tommy, what did you feel about the decision?
I felt it could have went either way. It was a fight. They called it the way they seen it, and I just have to take the fight and be grateful, you know, because Iran Barkley is not a bad fight. He's a great fighter. I think he's a great fighter.
Before I get back to Iran Barkley, Tommy, I got to ask you, how much longer are you going to stay in this game?
I haven't decided yet. I'm still happy. I still can do it for a while longer. I think that I should just continue to. I'm ready to walk away. You know, I don't know. I could be ready to walk away tomorrow. I don't know, next week. You know, a month from now.
Iran, I know you want to put on that championship belt, but hang with me here for a second because I got a couple more questions to ask you.
I mean, look, we got to change it to one more thing, okay? We got you. We got you. Next time we fight like this, we got to change it. We got it. Let's go party.
All right. Hey, baby, hell of a fight. Iran, stop. All right.
Okay, Iran. It's very nice of Tommy here to come over and congratulate you. Iran, was there any point in that fight where you felt that you were in trouble, or was it a fact that you felt you were in control the whole time?
I felt that I was in control. I just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for giving me the victory. Oh, yes, Lord. I felt I was in control all the time. Like I said, once I had him backing up and I seen that he was going and going, I said I got to keep the pressure on. But I wasn't going to give up 1 minute because I knew this belt was coming home with me. I just want to say I thank God, boy, that I did it. Hey, EJ, I told you I was going to get this belt. Yo, G, we the man. We got three. We got three. One more.
What's the next one that you're going after? Because I got to talk to Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, your trainer, who really has revitalized your career and made you the champion that you are. 2 title belts within 3 months, which ain't too bad, Eddie. What's your next step?
Well, when I first started training Iran, I told him I was going to make him a 4-time world champion. Let me tell you something. We want Roberto Duran.
That's who we want.
This is our big payback now. We want Roberto Duran, and then we want Bobby Chez, and then question mark.
And the world.
What makes you think you can get Roberto Duran out of retirement if he is indeed retired? Because from the last fight I saw him in, it looked like he should have been retired.
Yeah, but you know why? Because visas involved now.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And cash money.
And we want to thank our promoter.
Yes.
Bob Arum.
Mr. Bob Arum.
We want to thank you.
Mr. Bob Arum.
Thank you, Bob.
You the best. And I told you, you are the best. And TBKO, I told y'all the best. When y'all got a great champ like Iran Barkley, there's no stopping us, baby.